Hey all, welcome to Share Trek. This is Raj here. Good morning. Well, the red tsunami predicted did not happen. However, the Senate balance of power is still undecided. Meanwhile, the next shiny object is the CPI due today at 8:30 a.m. and it's causing some optimism, and it can be seen in the green index futures that you see on the screen here at 7:40 a.m. this morning when I started the recording. For this and more, let's get started. Welcome back, friends. The idea that I expressed in yesterday's morning show that if Republicans get the House and Senate, the markets will improve is still intact. It is ironic that the resulting dysfunction will not help the nation, but the lack of scrutiny and regulations will help business maximize profits. That is what will drive the markets up. For today, the picture and caption tells you all that you want. See the picture here? I think that there is optimism that the CPI may show a slight drop in inflation. As far as the economists are concerned, they are expecting the consumer price index to have risen 0.6% in October as compared to September. That means they are looking at a reading of 7.9 year over year. As I mentioned earlier, the report is released Thursday at 8:30 a.m., which is today. If this does not come true, the bullishness will vanish. So by the time I have posted this video, the CPI report would have come and we would see change in the pre-market price action itself. So this video, I'm going to keep it very short because everything depends on the CPI. So my tech analysis will also be very short. That said, the headline news is that following tech sackings, Citi and Barclays have jointly cut 300 jobs, while Credit Suisse may have laid off around 2,700. Expect more cuts to be announced in the following weeks by others like JP Morgan, etc. Looking at the midterm results and the fact that Ukraine is fighting well against Russia, in my opinion, there is a possibility of a truce by December. Don't hold me on this because this is a gut feel, not based on any scientific data. If that happens, that could boost the market with rebuilding contracts and resumption of oil and gas and wheat and all those supplies. The relief in that case could be felt completely by around Q2 of 2023, in my opinion. With that said, let's go and have a quick look at the pre-market action. Well, here we are in our TradingView platform. And I'm just going to pull up this section out here so that you can easily see the pre-market actions. Now, in this NASDAQ chart, which is all the candles are one-day candle, we can see that we have had some kind of a support out here at 10,712.25. Could this be the turning point for us? I don't know. But today's candle has definitely been very encouraging. The pre-market action shows that the NASDAQ futures are up by 0.38%, and we are within the range of yesterday's candle. So hopefully we continue making improvements, and that could be possible if the CPI comes out the way expected at 7.9, I think. That's what we had. Yeah, 7.9% year over year. And then we can expect this to challenge the 10-day simple moving average, which is sitting at 11,074.15. That said, let us look at the indicators. Oil is down 0.48. This is good for us. And we have resistance from the 50-day simple moving average, which is this thick orange line. So that's an extra level of support to keep the oil prices down. And we have a resistance at $88 now. That is also good news. And we have another resistance at 86.63. So that's also good news for us. So overall, oil is moving in the right direction, and the MACD and the momentum also indicates further drop in oil prices, which is good for the economy. Now let's look at QQQ. QQQ was down 2.31 yesterday, but this morning pre-market it's down 0.37%. It's going to continue to have resistance at 268.74. And failing which it will have resistance at the 10-day simple moving average at 269.85, whereas it will continue to have support at 260.76. Pre-market, we are up 0.36%, slightly bullish. S&P 500 was down 2% yesterday, and it's up 0.27% this morning, and it has got a lot of resistance that it has built along the way. One is at 381.55, which is being marked red right now. The other one is at 376.38, which is also being marked red. So our resistance today is going to be 376.38, and our support is going to be at 369.94. Pre-market, we are up 0.27%, but our MACD continues to be bullish. but the momentum is just slightly below 50%. So we'll have to see what happens. But it seems like the pre-market bullishness, depending on the CPI outcome, suggests a green open. Russell was down 2.75 yesterday. It's up 0.23% this morning. Our resistance is going to be 176.82, which was previously a support for us. And our support today is going to be 172.14. And again, the MACD is bullish, but tending towards the signal line ready to cross over. Momentum is below 50, but pre-market we are up 0.23, so slight bullishness out there. Dow Jones was down 1.92% yesterday, up marginally at 0.14% this morning. Pre-market, so we still are looking at some kind of a support from the 10-day simple moving average, which is sitting at 325.37, and our 200-day simple moving average sitting at 325.58. Both are giving support because right now pre-market we are up 0.14%, and it is 325.80. So I think if these two moving average provide a very strong strength in unison, then we are likely to stay above that today. But if we break down below that, our next support is going to be 319.98. Again, it will depend on the CPI read. The VIX shows that there is an elevation of 1.27%. So VIX has opened way above where it was yesterday, and it has converted the 100-day simple moving average, which is a thick blue line, into a support, and it's right now being constrained by the 200-day simple moving average sitting at 26.52. So VIX seems to be indicating that there's going to be a bit of volatility, which is not good for the indexes. Let's look at the index movers, the technology stocks. Microsoft is up 0.43% this morning, and then Apple is up 0.68% this morning. Amazon is up 0.71%, and Google is up 0.48%. So all of these are going to support the index this morning, so that looks positive. Let's go and look at commodities. Wheat is down 1.92%. That's good for us. Copper is up 0.19%. Again, a bit worrying, but it's within the range that it was 4 days ago. So there's a bit of consolidation going on. Now let's look at genomics. If I was to sort this out to get the biggest winners on the top, then we have Caribou Biosciences up 0.75%. And if I look at the chart out here, 9.37 seems to be the support that we have out here. So I'm going to convert that into a green line out here. Presently, we are at 9.80, and it's a improvement of 4.48% in the pre-market action, and our resistance is going to be at 10.04. Caribou looks good this morning. Illumina was down 1.00% yesterday, and Beam was down 1.33% yesterday. No trades pre-market. Teladoc down 1.80% yesterday, and down a further 0.97% this morning. We continue to have support at 25.94. And then if you look at Allogene, it was down 2.12% yesterday. No trades pre-market. IMTX was down 2.16% yesterday. No trades pre-market. Intelia was down 2.48% yesterday. No trades pre-market. Invitae was down 2.98% yesterday. Pre-market it's up 1.32%. We continue to have support at 2.15, and we continue to have resistance at 2.56. CRISPR Therapeutics was down 3.55% yesterday. It's up 2.73% this morning, and we continue to have support from 49.31, and we continue to have resistance from 50.83 this morning. Pre-market we are up 2.73, so light bullishness out there. Posida was down 3.79% yesterday, and today pre-market there are no trades. Verve was down 4.23% yesterday. Today pre-market there are no trades. I was hoping that Verve would recover yesterday, but it did not do that, and we still have a support out here. We still have a resistance out here, which is at 20.82. So I'm going to mark that as a resistance out here. 22.47 is also a resistance. So there's stiff resistance out here, but I'm thinking that today Verve has to turn around. Let's look at ARCG, which was down 4.26% yesterday. No trades pre-market. Veritas was down 4.46% yesterday, and today pre-market it's up 1.77. And we can see that the MACD is bearish and the momentum is also pointed downwards. It's below 50%. So I'm not sure whether we can sustain this gain, but I'm happy to see some greens out here. Maybe a green open this morning. Let's look at SQZ Biotech. The earnings came in yesterday, and they reported EPS, which was better than expected by 6%. They reported a loss of minus 0.77 cents as against a loss of 0.82 cents. Whereas their revenue was down 17.78% as compared to an estimate of $4.25 million. They reported a revenue of only $3.5 million, and that's probably the reason why we have a drop in the share price out here. Again, as I mentioned, for these companies, I think the revenue estimate is most likely to be wrong. But if you look at the MACD, it's bearish, and the momentum is below 50% and doesn't look great. The chart is looking weak today, but if it did fall anywhere closer to 2.13, I'll definitely pick up some SQZ Biotech. PACB was down minus 7.64% yesterday, and today it's up 0.86%. Again, I'm still holding hope that we are going to have the cup and handle pattern materialize with a target of 11.24. DNA was down 9.45% yesterday, and today pre-market it's up 0.87%. I'm still waiting for DNA to gain. I'm thinking that it should gain today. 2.33 is going to perform the role of a resistance, and I hope that it breaks through above that because I have put some money into it and I'm looking forward to the bounce back. Bluebird was down by minus 1. Bluebird was down 15.60% yesterday, and pre-market it's up 1.13%. We are still straddling this diagonal line of support, and today the diagonal line of support is giving support at 6.21. So I'm optimistic that we bounce off from here, and then our resistance is going to be at 6.44, which I'm going to mark as a resistance out here. And after that, we have another resistance, which is at 6.86 that I have marked red. So that's the state of play for today, my friends. I think on days like this, when there's a CPI readout coming, it's very difficult to predict what's going to happen in the market because everything depends on the readout. I hope the readout satisfies the expectations of the market, in which case we are going to see improvement in the sentiment because the Fed will become a little bit more dovish because everybody's screaming at the Fed to say, stop the interest rate hikes. So let's see what happens. With that, I would like to say bye. Please don't hesitate to press a like out there if you like this video. And if you're not yet subscribed, please subscribe and help us grow this channel. Again, a quick reminder, I'm having an interview with Jeff Galvin, who is the CEO of American Gene Technologies, around their AGT103T therapy, which is for HIV. It's going to be a very interesting interview, so please make sure that you press the notify button so that you get the video as soon as it's dropped. Thanks and have a great day. Bye for now.